Oh shit, bro, it's sucking me in. Okay, so as you can see, those parts just got sucked in by the black hole. So I spawned a bit away because of, yeah, you know, the huge black hole I just made. So today I'm going to show you how you can make your own black hole inside of Roblox Studio. It even works for the parts. Of course, for example, base plate is unhoard, so that won't do anything. But this part is not unhoard. So if I get it a bit closer... Okay, for some reason it doesn't do it for that part, but as you can see, it's sucking me in. And the spawn location is really, like, not that far away, so it will just continue to do this forever. Okay, so as you can see, here are all the parts that the black hole sucked in. And I know it doesn't really look like a black hole. I mean, it does because it's literally just a black circle, but usually they have, like, I don't know, stuff like light around them and stuff like that, which I think you could even make if you use like VFX. Oh, realistic black hole. Oh, that's the sky. Yo, this... Oh, this low-key is scary. I mean... Okay, here... Oh, this is huge, dude. Okay, so this is like a better representation, I think. Because, you know, the light, it gets that effect because, like, nothing can escape it. Light, like, I don't know the explanation. You can, like, go Google black hole or some shit, you know? I'm just here to show you how you can suck things in with a part. As you can see, it's normal part. It's not even can collided, so you can actually get inside of it. Because, I don't know, kind of makes sense. And I also enhored it because... does it even work if it's not enhored? I'm wondering. I mean, if it doesn't start rolling... Oh, shit, okay. So I don't know how that happened. Oh, actually I know how that happened because... Okay, so let me just show you the script. So ignore all of this. I would just want to show you one thing for now, and that's this function. So object.touched and gets the hit, and then hit equals black hole. So if any object hits a black hole, then it will just get destroyed. And the reason why base plate got destroyed is because this black hole has can collide off, but it also has enhored off. So it's basically like, if I duplicate it, it's literally just like falling in, and while the falling, I mean, it would happen like here when the slightest touch happens, it then just destroys the base plate. And that's kind of weird because then, you know that theory that I mean, it's not theory, it's like an actual thing. Atoms don't ever touch each other. Let's say, I don't know, these two parts like touch each other, and okay, I mean, they're inside of each other right now, so hold on. So like this, they're like touching each other, but in reality, I mean, this is a digital world, so I don't know how much sense that makes here, but in real world, you zoom in on these two, their atoms would be like something like this, I think. So they won't even like actually touch and collide because... Okay, so what I said here is like partially true. There are some atoms that have like different sets of electrons, and then they can touch each other and even like become like one thing, but I'm not a physicist, so don't really take me for word, just enjoy the video. I've gone a bit off tracks, so let's check out the script. So here we have the actual black hole we get, so it's script.parent. Then we have pull radius and some other things. So the pull radius is basically how many studs away. So as you saw, it didn't pull this part because it's like too far away, but all of these parts it pulled in and destroyed. Then we have base pull strength, which is like the force, the strength of the force that it's pulling you in. So if I were to put this to 1000, I think we would like fly in like much faster. Yeah, as you can see, I'm okay, I forgot I heard it. Yeah, as you can see, I'm flying in much faster than before. Then we have damage radius. It's just the radius of the, like, if you get somewhere around here, so you're not even touching it yet, it will just damage you because, you know. And then we have the damage amount, which is like the amount of the damage it does to the player, and then damage interval, which is literally just a 1 second, so this is just time for the wait function. And then here we have a local function that's apply pull effect, which is just made so it can actually pull in stuff. And we of course have a while loop with a wait, which I don't know why I put that wait instead of task.wait. You know, I'm here on this channel, we're a big fan of task.wait instead of wait. Obviously, we have objects in a range, so it gets everything inside of 200 studs. So you get workspace and then get descendants. And the reason why we do that and not get children, because if something is like inside of a model, then I think it won't pull it in. Then we get all the objects inside the object range and see if they're a base part and if it's not a black hole, because I don't know what would even happen. Like, could this thing pull itself in? I don't think that's possible, but you know, I added a check for it just cause. Then we get the positions and then do dot magnitude, which is like just a calculation between these positions, and if it's less than the pull radius or less than 100 studs away, as I shown before, this one doesn't get pulled and these do. Then we get the actual local distance and the direction it's pulling it from, so the direction can change if it's pulling it from this side or this side. And we also get the body velocity, which is like a property, so it's basically like how fast the body of mass is traveling through space, something like that. And if the part or thing doesn't have a body velocity, it creates it. And here, as you can see, we have max force and then we use a vector, and we also parent it to the object. And you might be asking yourself, what the f is this 1e6? Yeah, so if you're not that knowledgeable in mathematics, this is just like equal to 1 million, I'm pretty sure. 1e6 is basically the same as 10, and then if we get like, where are those, bro? There is like a symbol for, oh yeah, okay, this. So it's basically 10 on the 6th, which is equal to 1 million, and let's put commas so better visible. So this is just like 1 million force. How do I explain? I don't know what's really the math behind this body velocity of Roblox, so it's just 1 million force. So yeah, here we have pull velocity, so it gets the direction we are going in, and then it gets the base pull strength and multiplies those two together, but also multiplies base pull strength with the 1 minus then the distance and then pull radius. And here we have some other things for velocity, which I'm not gonna lie, I just pulled out the Roblox Studio documents and then kind of did all of this, so I guess you can just copy that. And this is just like basic math and stuff, but I've never used like assembly linear velocity. Okay, returns a scalar dot produced with the two vectors. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's like point for pulling in. I'm not sure. Anyways, then we have here velocity. We just adjust it to the one we actually calculated with pull velocity and the velocity towards black hole. And here is the function I mentioned before with dot touched, so just it destroys everything. And here we have just a function in case the object already has body velocity, then it can destroy it and create a new one up here. And then we have the function for the players, which is actually just for damaging the player. So this whole function pulls in the players because they have base parts inside of them, but this function actually damages them and kills them if they're inside. So it's also a while loop. And we have the task.wait with the damage interval, and then we get the players, and for every player we get the character, then we find the humanoid root part, then we get the distance, then the humanoid, and then take damage, and you know, all that. And if you don't really get what I'm talking about, you can just go check out my recent series I did for a beginner's guide to scripting, and you can also check out my Patreon for more models. And down here we have like coroutine wrap, which I just recently started using, even though it could have been really useful. For some reason I just rejected learning this before, but it's basically like doing a while loop. So we have a while loop, but then if you just put it like while true do, and then I don't know, we have print number 10 or something, then if a function is like below that loop, it won't fire because that loop will continue running forever. But if you use coroutine wrap, then it just fires this while loop, but it also can run other things. And I think spawn, or actually task.spawn, does kind of the similar thing. Yeah, resumes a function coroutine immediately through the engine's scheduler. So yeah, you can also use task.spawn, but just be sure to put like these brackets at the end of the coroutine.wrap. So that's kind of it, that's the whole script. if you don't really understand something, ask in the comments or join the Discord and ask there. Subscribe so you don't get sucked in.